What's up everyone, Julian here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make Hardgroove techno like Beau Didier, this sort of old school style, very 90s, 2000s influenced Hardgroove. To go along this video, you can get the full template, the entire project file, samples, MIDI, presets, everything from this video is available at the top of the description on my website. Make sure to go there and grab it, guys. It's the best way to upgrade your tracks today and make the best track of your life instantly. Thanks for the support, everybody, and let's dive in. Alright, so we're at 142 BPM. First thing we got here is the bass line. So I want you to see just how simple the bass is. It's literally just two notes. There's not even 16th notes here. It's just this quarter note and then this. I guess there's that one that is the 16th note, but you know, it's very simple what's actually happening there. Right, you hear that, it's just the two notes, but you put that together with the kick, and then you get all these other drums going over it. And it creates that groove you want. So for the sound here, what it's doing is we're using a triangle wave, and then I'm low passing it even more, cutting a little bit of sub, and then just side chaining it to the kick. That's the thing with this kind of bass line. The side chain is also a part of it. Like, even though the notes are very simple, the side chain's kind of adding something to those notes as well. Then we got this kick. This is just like a fat 909 kick that I made from one of my sample packs. I'm cutting a bit of sub out of it, and then we're converting it to mono. Pretty simple there. Then we have this tom. Now, what we're doing here is, you can see we're doing this like 16th note rhythm, and then I'm actually band passing it and making it a bit shorter using the sampler here. So it just kind of becomes this little like percussive hit, and then we're side chaining that to the kick, and you can hear that kind of fits together in that low end groove. You know, it adds some while the bass line just doom 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 like that, right? So then we got our main drums. Right, almost like a very housey sort of garage feel. I think that's important, is like sometimes the influence with a lot of these tracks with Hardgroove is not just techno. It's kind of like house, disco, garage, like these kinds of grooves, and then speeding that up and putting it with a techno feel, right? So we have this really short, punchy sort of like garage hi-hat. And then same thing with the snare. This is an 808, but when you put it with those drums, it really feels like, again, like some garage. Then we have some chopped loops. Right, so you can hear this. It's like these loops that I've chopped up a lot. I've taken a lot of little pieces of them. This one. Right, and then this. Almost like maybe some Latin hand percussion or something like that. And then you put them together. There's really just a bit of high passing. I'm side chaining this one. And it adds something very nice and organic after all of that very like rigid. Again, very housey. We've got this live percussion. Like some live bongos or something like that, just side chain a little bit, so that's kind of fitting in there. You can hear it goes really well with those other ones. We have a breakbeat. So again, if you want to add that sort of like 2000s, late 90s sort of feel to your tracks, you know, this feels to me like, you know, like a loading screen in like a racing game or something like that, right? And breakbeats are a great way to do that. I think it's very underrated. And when we're talking about like Hardgroove and sort of the modern version of Hardgroove that got so popular, it really is like these breakbeats are a lot of what gives it that feel to kind of separate it from the older stuff. We got another rave loop. Right, just giving us sort of, I call it like the gallop, like the right, just a bit of that. Side chaining it so it doesn't get in the way. The side chain, you can see not every single one of these is side chained, but when they are side chained, it's important because it really is adding to the groove. Like, if you download this sample pack, try taking off all the side chains, and you'll see what I mean. Like, it does add to the groove. And then we got one more. live like some shakers, just a little bit more of something organic, and then you put all those drums together and you end up with this. Sounds great, but now we need some stabs. So that's where this comes in. So what this is we're creating a rhythm using, I have this vocal. And then I have that slice to new MIDI track by Transient, right? So we're getting it, just each individual hit. And then I just created a groove with that. And then there's some effects, right? So we got delay. We're distorting it, and we're distorting the delay as well since it's afterwards. So you get like a nice texture to the delay. And then we're filtering it a lot, which is important. If I turn that off, right, it definitely could dominate the mix. So you just want to cut a bit of low end and then cut a little bit of high end so it doesn't get in the way of the percussion. And it's nice and just clean and simple and it's going to fit. And then we've just got a little bit of sidechain. And yeah, so you can see, you don't need that many stabs. Usually it's just one or two. Like in this case, it's just this vocal. But if you have all those drums working properly, you only need a little bit of the stabs. So there we are. As long as you stick to your main elements, get them really solid, and then build everything out around that, you can make a nice, solid, Hardgroove track like Beau Didier in no time. Thanks for the support, everybody. Make sure to grab the samples, MIDI, presets, project file. The entire template is available at the top of the description on my website. Don't miss out, guys. Get it while it's available. Thanks for the support, and I will see you tomorrow with another video.